This is Conference Championship Week of the 2014 season. Coach Catlin and the Memphis Tigers have finished off the regular season a perfect 12-0 overall, 8-0 in conference play. Final game of the regular season coming week 14 on the road in Huntington, West Virginia, going up against the Marshall Thundering Herd. We were big favorites entering this game, but Marshall is a team that had given us some troubles the previous couple years. 2012 game in Huntington, Marshall beat us. Last season in Memphis, Marshall probably should have beat us. We were able to make a couple big plays at the end to escape with the win. Marshall not having a good season this year, just a couple wins for them. But they had Houston up against the ropes earlier in the year, so certainly not overlooking them here. Marshall entered this game with nothing to lose, their final game of the season, looking to end the season with a massive upset in front of their home fans. We entered this game 11-0 record, already had clinched the East Division and a trip to the Conference USA Championship. We were just coming off of a historic win, getting to 11 wins for the first time in program history. Looking to do something else historic here, looking to finish off the regular season 12-0. Wanted to get off to a really nice start in this one, wanted to get off to a clean start. Did not quite go that way. Preston Schuler, our senior quarterback, wanted so badly to play very well in here, propel us to our 12th win. Maybe got a little bit too ambitious with a couple throws in the first quarter, threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter. Marshall a bit depleted at the quarterback position, having to rely on a freshman due to some injuries. But we were able to get on the board first here. Preston Schuler hitting Cedric Ellis' 8-yard touchdown pass gave us a 7-0 lead in the first quarter. Marshall had a chance on a long throw early to get themselves a lead and were unable to hit it. They were able to get on the board here late in the first quarter. Smith, a very good kicker from Marshall, just missed a kick that was even longer than this, hitting the crossbar. Able to get this one through 55 yards out, putting the Thundering Herd on the board 7-3 after one. Harper hitting a field goal for us, putting us up by 7 once again. Big pass right here. Preston Schuler getting it to Ray Sullivan, 56 yards for the touchdown, putting us up by 14. Hoping we can pull away from them, but we're able to respond, getting 3 more points here. A short field goal from Smith. Big series here at the end of the first half. A couple nice plays, getting us into field goal range. Hitting a kick at the end of the first half, 31 yards from Harper. Big 3 points there. Sent us to halftime with a 20-6 lead. Not blowing out Marshall, but staying in front of them. The Thundering Herd really playing some good defense here in the second half. Able to get some more points on the board. Smith a 30-yard field goal, shutting us down. We really struggled to get things going offensively. Early fourth quarter, huge play right here. Marshall trailing by 11. Gets a huge run. Kevin Coleman breaks it 86 yards for the touchdown. That certainly had some Memphis Tigers fans sweating as we cut down to a 1-possession game. The 2-point conversion failed, so it was a 5-point game, 20-15. Our offense still having some struggles. Fortunately, our defense was playing some good football down there, shutting down Marshall. Huge drive right here, trying to put the game away. Got to a 3rd and short situation. Decided to go out in a spread formation, spread Marshall out. We've been a bit up and down with the ground game. Deciding to pass on 3rd and short and able to get it to Branch Sampson. Not just picking up the first down, but getting into the end zone, putting the game out of reach. That made it 27-15. Marshall drove down the field a bit on their final attempt, but ran out of time and were not able to get any points out of it. So we are able to hold on to a 12-point win. Not the prettiest win, not the best game we ever played, but able to do enough to take care of business on the road and finish off the regular season a perfect 12-0 overall, 8-0 in conference play. What a magical, historic year for the Memphis Tiger football program. Unbelievable, getting the job done in Huntington, taking care of business. Let's go, come on. That game was played on a Friday. All the games in week 14 and 15 have been played. So let's take a look at the Conference USA. The games have been played. The Conference USA Championship game is set. Let's take a look how all the teams have finished up in conference. First off, us here, number 3 in the nation now. 12-0 overall record, 8-0 in conference play. Magical run, magical season, getting the job done. Final game of the regular season, taking down Marshall on the road 27-15. Conference USA Championship game awaits against Houston. UCF, number 23 in the nation, 10-2 record, 6-2 in conference play. UCF very close to getting to the Conference USA Championship game themselves, losing 2 heartbreakers in OT against Southern Miss, and then not able to get the victory against us on the road. They finish off their season with a blowout victory at home against UTEP, 55-3. They will be going bowling. Southern Miss 8-4 record, 5-3 in conference play. Golden Eagles finish off their season with 2 road wins, taking down Rice the final game, 48-14. East Carolina finishes with a 5-7 overall record, 4-4 in conference play, ending their season losing 3 of their last 4, their final 2 games, unable to get to the 6th win and bowl eligibility. East Carolina falling at home their final game 49-32 against Houston. UAB 1-11, 1-7 in conference play, finishing off their year with a loss at home against Tulsa, 34-17. Just 1 win on the year for UAB. Marshall Thundering Herd finished with a 2-10 overall record, 1-7 in conference play. They lose their final 9 games of the season, losing at home 27-15 against us to wrap up their season. So that is final standings of the East Division. We had already clinched up the East a couple weeks ago. We knew that we would be going up against the Houston Cougars in the Conference USA Championship game. Great job taking care of business. Our final 2 games on the road, finishing off the regular season a perfect 12-0. The West Division had already been clinched a couple weeks ago as well. Number 2 in the nation, the defending Conference USA champions and preseason favorites, the Houston Cougars, 12-0 overall, 8-0 in conference play. Houston taking care of business on the road at East Carolina, 49-32 to finish off their regular season a perfect 12-0. They will be up against us, Memphis, in the Conference USA Championship game. Tulsa, 7-5 overall, 5-3 in conference play. Golden Hurricane winning their final 2 games of the season on the road, taking down UAB 34-17. Final game, they have bowl eligibility. They will be going bowling. SMU finishes 5-7 overall, 4-4 in conference play. Mustangs losing that heartbreaking game against us at home by 3, preventing them from getting to bowl eligibility. They do win their final game of the season, 45-17 on the road against Tulane. UTEP finishes 5-7 overall, 3-5 in conference play. Miners losing their final 3 games of the season, getting blown out on the road against number 23 UCF, 55-3 to end the year. Not a good way to end things for the Miners. Tulane finishes 3-9 overall, 2-6 in conference play. Green Wave finishing off their season with a blowout loss at home against SMU, 45-17. Tulane still able to get 3 wins on this season. The Rice Owls finished 2-10 overall, 1-7 in conference play. Rice win 2 games after a 0-9 start, but they will drop their final game of the season at home against Southern Miss, 48-14. That's the final look at the West Division. Houston Cougars finished 12-0. They are currently number 2 in the nation. What a magical year it has been for the Conference USA. It was us, Memphis, and it was UCF for a while was ranked and unbeaten. 2 of us still unbeaten, finishing off the regular season 12-0. And we've got so much to play for. We're going to have the most highly anticipated Conference USA football game ever. Biggest Conference USA championship game of all time, no doubt about that. What a season for the conference. Now let's take a look at the BCS rankings. Remember, week 14 and 15 have been played, so here we are looking forward to conference championship week. And you can see there is a new number 1 It is the Texas Longhorns with a 12-0 record. Texas finishing off the regular season with a home win against TCU. TCU was ranked in that game. TCU a good team, but Texas able to take care of business at home, 31-18 the final score. The Longhorns have been one of the best programs in college football the last few years, and one of the most historic programs as well. Another great year from Texas, finishing off the regular season 12-0. Biggest win, middle of the season, taking down Oklahoma in a great game, 35-30. They are able to run the table. Texas in the Big 12 does not have a conference championship game, so it would appear that the Texas Longhorns have locked up themselves a spot in the national championship game. They last appeared in the national championship game in the 2012 season, just missing last year as well. Longhorns appear to be going back to the national title. And here, number 2 is the Houston Cougars. Very exciting developments for us in Houston. Houston, of course, finishing off the regular season 12-0, the 49-32 win on the road at ECU last week. Conference USA title coming up against us. Number 3, Memphis, 12-0 record for us as well. Magical run, magical season, taking care of Marshall on the road, 27-15 to finish off the regular season. Going up against number 2 Houston, the Conference USA Championship game. Us 3 are undefeated right now, and Houston's 2, we are 3. It would appear that the winner between Memphis and Houston not only going to a BCS Bowl, but it appears that we will likely be headed to the national championship game. It appears to be set up that way for sure. No other unbeaten teams besides Texas and us two from the Conference USA. Number 4 in the BCS rankings right now is the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, an 11-1 record. Notre Dame's only loss on the season was at home against Houston. Obviously a huge win there for the Cougars, their biggest win of the year, probably the biggest win of Conference USA season. We had a couple big wins, but that's probably the biggest one. Notre Dame finishing off their season with a victory on the road against now number 20 ranked USC, 45-38. Great year for Notre Dame, but that loss at home against Houston appears to be preventing them from a trip to the national championship game. Still a big BCS Bowl coming up for the Fighting Irish. They have no conference championship game. Number 5 is the Auburn Tigers. Auburn 11-1 record. They will be playing the SEC championship game. Auburn started off the season 9-0, just one loss. It was a loss at home against Georgia, who's now ranked number 11. It was a 28-24 loss. Auburn getting a huge victory their final game of the regular season, taking down Alabama, number 10 on the road, 28-14. Auburn will be playing Tennessee in the SEC championship game. Auburn, they have a case for getting into the national championship game as well, but the loss at home and our schedule and Houston's schedule is right there. Our schedules are probably better, honestly, and of course we are undefeated. Then we're playing in a higher ranked game in our conference championship game, so it doesn't seem that Auburn has a chance at getting to the national championship game with that loss at home, but of course a chance to win the SEC championship for them and make it to a huge bowl game. Maryland, number 6 in the BCS, 11-1 record for the Terrapins. Maryland, same story, just the one loss in the season at home. Maryland got off to a 10-0 start, not able to get the victory against Florida State. Florida State currently ranked number 13, losing 31-28 at home. Heartbreaker there for the Terrapins, or else they could possibly be in position. Maryland, not a great strength of schedule, 2 FCS opponents. They have 2 ranked wins, but that loss at home is preventing them from the opportunity. And Maryland is not going to the ACC championship game. That loss against Florida State takes that opportunity away from them. So Maryland finishes 11-1. That will be the record going into bowl season. Maryland still probably can expect a great bowl game for themselves. Here was the biggest upset, Week 14. Absolutely delightful result for us, for Houston, for Texas. A result that opened up the top of the charts here in the BCS rankings, the Ohio State Buckeyes were upset by Michigan at home. Ohio State obviously having a great season, 11-0 record, just coming off a big win on the road against Wisconsin, taking on their arch rivals Michigan at home. Michigan's had a bit of an up and down season, and the Wolverines came to play, taking down Ohio State 34-20. 2-touchdown loss for the Buckeyes at home. Heartbreaker is going to drop them in the BCS rankings. Ohio State does have another game against Michigan coming up in the Big Ten Championship, but it does not appear right now like a win would get them into the top 2 in the BCS rankings. We'll have to wait and see. They're currently number 7. Number 8 is the Cincinnati Bearcats with a 10-2 record. Great season from Cincinnati, losing a couple games in the middle of the year, but finishing off very strong, winning their final 6 games, taking care of Syracuse at home, 24-16 in their final game. 10-2 record. Cincinnati going to go to a big-time bowl game. Number 9, the Wisconsin Badgers started the season number 1. They stayed number 1 for a while. Got off to a 9-0 start, a big overtime win against Michigan, but then getting shocked on the road, getting blown out against Iowa. Had a bye week, their next time in action getting blown out at home against Ohio State. So Wisconsin really running out of steam there. They finished off the regular season bouncing back, getting a win 48-21 against Purdue. 10-2 end of the regular season for Wisconsin. And number 10 is the defending national champion Alabama Crimson Tide, who will not be going back to the national championship this season. They finished the regular season with a 10-2 record. Another team that got off to a nice start, had a nice long run, got themselves to a 9-0 record, just getting past Mississippi State and then losing their first game on the road against LSU. Had a bye week, blew out an FCS opponent at home, then a massive game coming up against Auburn at home, unable to get the job done against their arch rivals, losing by 2 touchdowns. So 10-2, the final record for the Crimson Tide. Still a great year, but not the year they had last year. They will not be going to a conference championship game either. So here's a look at the rest of the top 25. It appears to be pretty cut and dry at the top. Texas has the spot locked, and it would certainly appear that between us and Houston, one of us is going to get it. Whoever wins that game will finish 13-0 and should be heading to the national championship game. Notre Dame, Auburn, Maryland, and Ohio State. Just the one loss for them. They appear they will be just on the outside looking in, but still opportunities for them to play in some major bowl games, opportunities for a couple of them to win their conference. But an incredibly exciting week 14 for us, seeing Ohio State go down and then seeing where the rankings came out, seeing where we are ranked entering this week. An unbelievably exciting situation for us and Houston. Something that we probably never even dreamed of. Houston became the first team from Conference USA to make it to a BCS bowl game last season, and now just who knows what awaits here. Unbelievable opportunity for both of us. The most highly anticipated Conference USA football game ever is going to be coming up between us here. Look at the rest of the top 25. Florida State, number 11, 10-2 record. They'll be playing Virginia in the ACC championship game. Hawaii is going to be taking on number 15 Boise State Mountain West Championship. Nevada 11-1, good season from them. Michigan currently number 19 in the BCS rankings. Coming off that big win against Ohio State, a rematch against Ohio State in the Big Ten title. Oregon and USC will be squaring off in the Pac-12 championship game. Tennessee, number 22, playing Auburn in the SEC championship game. So our two huge road upsets against power conference teams, Michigan and Tennessee, they are both going to be playing in the conference championship games this week. Virginia playing the ACC title game, Miami rounding out the top 25. So now let's take a look at conference championship week coming up here for the 2014 season. We have got the first game of the day. It is going to be the Conference USA Championship is going to be played in Houston. A rematch of the 2012 Conference USA Championship game, but a lot more stakes in this one. 2012, we played it in Memphis. We'll be playing it in Houston this year. Huge game coming up. Biggest game, Conference Championship week. Biggest game of the season. Two absolute underdogs, especially us, coming out of nowhere this season. One of us likely has a trip to the national championship awaiting us. 2 versus 3. Biggest game of the day, biggest game of the year. ACC championship game is going to feature number 24 Virginia and number 13 Florida State, both entering with 10-2 records. ACC title on the line there. The SEC championship game features number 21 Tennessee, who we beat earlier in the season on the road, against number 5 Auburn. Should be an exciting game there for the SEC title. The Pac-12 championship game features number 20 USC and number 19 Oregon, who will win the Pac-12 championship. The MAC championship game features Toledo and Ohio. Ohio with an 11-1 record. We're the favorites there. The Mountain West championship game features the Boise State Broncos and the Hawaii Warriors. Boise State number 15 in the nation, 11-1 record. They are certainly going to be the favorites. But Hawaii currently unbeaten in conference play. Big game there for the Mountain West title. And the Big Ten championship game is going to be a rematch of the final game of the regular season. A game where Michigan upset Ohio State, dropping Ohio State for the first time in the year. The Buckeyes were 11-0, dropping them to 11-1. Buckeyes going to be looking for revenge in that in the Big Ten title. Michigan, a team that we beat earlier in the season on the road as well, our other huge win. So that is a look at conference championship game week. Huge week. Of course, ours is the biggest one. What a day for Conference USA. What a day for Memphis and for Houston. So here we are. The moment has arrived. We knew this was going to be the matchup for a couple weeks. But seeing us both finish out the season with wins to remain unbeaten, and seeing how things work in the BCS rankings, number 2 and 3, a trip for the national championship on the line. Absolutely unbelievable that Houston or Memphis has an opportunity to be competing for a national title at the end of this season. There's been no team from outside of Power Conference to win a national title since 1984 season when BYU won. One of us will have an opportunity to compete for that, to make history. Like I said, this is a rematch of the 2012 Conference USA Championship game. That game was played in Memphis. We won the tiebreaker there to host the game. Houston wins the tiebreaker this year. That 2012 Conference USA Championship game, an absolute classic, considered the best Conference USA Championship game ever played. Houston had appeared in the Conference USA title the year before. They weren't able to get the win. They entered the 2012 title game as big favorites. Houston had a 34-14 lead late in the third quarter in that game, looking like they were going to be able to pull away. But a furious comeback from us, the Memphis Tigers. We ended up taking the lead in the fourth quarter. Houston regained the lead, back and forth ending. A touchdown pass from Preston Schuler to Cedric Ellis gave us the lead late again. And then a fumble forced by Delaney Herman and recovered by Apollo Campbell helped seal the win for us. A shocking victory, 44-41, the final score there. Becoming Conference USA champions for the first time ever. Preston Schuler and Ruben Sears were the quarterbacks in that game as well, both in their sophomore year. Ruben Sears played well, threw for 425 yards, threw 4 touchdowns, threw 2 interceptions. Preston Schuler had the game of his life, breaking the school record, 460 passing yards, threw 4 touchdowns, 1 INT. An all-time classic game that was in Memphis. And now, 2 seasons later, a rematch with everything on the line. Most highly anticipated Conference USA game of all time. Houston will likely be considered the favorites from a lot of people. Houston has been one of the top programs in the nation in recent years. Since the start of the 2011 season, the Houston Cougars have a combined record of 47-7. Their current coach, Davis Brewster, is in his third year as head coach of Houston, same as Coach Cat Lennon at Memphis. Coach Brewster's record in his 3 years at Houston is 34-6. Coach Cat Lennon's combined record is 31-8. So two great coaches in their third season. Both have a Conference USA championship. Both looking for their second Conference USA championship in this huge matchup. This is the fourth straight Conference USA championship game appearance for the Houston Cougars. Back in the 2011 season, Houston finished 12-0 as well. They entered Conference USA championship game number 7 in the nation. They were big favorites against Southern Miss, but were upset, losing 49-28. Then 2012, losing to us their second straight year, 44-41 the final. Last season, Houston making it to the Conference USA championship game for the third straight year, finally able to get over the hump and get the win, taking down UCF 27-5 was the final score. Houston finishing last season with a 12-2 overall record, making it to Conference USA's first ever BCS bowl game, the Fiesta Bowl, where they met LSU, losing in a close game 16-13. It's been an incredible season for both of us. Let's do a quick recap for both teams. Houston started things off at home against an FCS opponent, taking care of business 56-17. And a hard-fought victory on the road against Louisiana Tech, winning by 10. And another 10-point victory, this one at home against Oklahoma State. Nice win against a Power 5 school. Houston then on the road, Conference USA opener, blowing out the Rice Owls 63-21. Then at home, a bit of a closer than expected game, still able to take care of business, take down UAB 48-35. And once again, a close game taken on Marshall. Marshall had beaten Houston the previous 2 seasons, had them up against the ropes again this year, but Houston able to take care of business and get the narrow victory on the road, 49-48, surviving against the Thundering Herd. And then on the road again the next week, once again in a tightly contested contest, a high-scoring game taking down SMU 49-45, surviving there. Set up their biggest game of the season on the road against Notre Dame, both teams undefeated for this game. Houston showed up, got their biggest win of the year by far, taking down Notre Dame 45-42. Huge win for the conference and for the Cougars. Then at home the next week, blowing out Tulane 42-3. And a close game against Tulsa, able to get past the Golden Hurricane 31-24. In their final home game of the regular season, taking down UTEP 42-25. The final game of the regular season on the road, taking down East Carolina 49-32. 12-0 for the Cougars. Conference USA Championship awaits. For us, we started this season with an unbelievable, unforgettable game. A miracle Hail Mary run play at the end of regulation in order to get to overtime against our rival Ole Miss. 5 overtimes later, we finally are able to get the victory, converting on a 2-point conversion to win 69-67 in 5 OTs. Instant classic marathon game there. Then a hard-fought win against Middle Tennessee State, home 30-23. Went into the Big House, taking on Michigan, huge underdogs against the Wolverines. Able to play an excellent football game and get the win 35-31, shocking Michigan. Then at home, in the Black and Blue Bowl against Southern Miss, a great game that was, coming right down to the wire, able to score late, winning 22-19, big 4th down conversion and 4th and goal. Then had ourselves bye week, then on the road against Tennessee. A huge game there once again, no doubt about that, taking on the premier college football program in the state, going up against the Volunteers and making history, getting the first ever win on the road against Tennessee for our program, taking them down 35 to 26. Then had a couple of nice cruising victories, taking down UAB on the road in the Battle for the Bones, 52 to 24, and taking down Tulane at home, 56 to 17. Then up against Rice. Rice had us up against the wall in this one. Needed to make a big play late to survive and get the win, 36 to 29. A real nail biter there. Real nail biter here as well on the road against East Carolina, able to get the win, 31 to 24. Nail biter as well. If we lost this game, not only would we have lost our undefeated season, but we would not be completing in the Conference USA Championship game. UCF would have taken our spot, but able to win a nail biter, 38 to 35 in our final home game. Unbelievable game there. Then on the road against SMU, able to edge out the Mustangs, 34 to 31. Final game of the regular season, once again on the road, taking down Marshall 27 to 15, setting us up 12-0 versus Houston. Conference USA title awaits. For Memphis, this is our second ever appearance in the Conference USA Championship game. First and only was in 2012, and we won that instant classic against Houston. For Houston, this will be their sixth appearance in the Conference USA Championship game, which was first played in the 2005 season. For Houston, their record in the Conference USA title game is 2-3. They have won 3 total Conference USA championships, one without Conference USA Championship game before that was introduced. Houston will be attempting to be the first repeat champion in the Conference USA since East Carolina went back-to-back in the 2008 and 2009 season. Look at Houston here. Ruben Sears, senior quarterback, obviously having an insane season, over 5,000 passing yards, 60 touchdowns compared to 4 interceptions. He's been playing out of his mind. He is a possible Heisman candidate, having an incredible year in his senior year, hoping to lead the Houston Cougars back to a BCS Bowl, and that was their start. That was their goal at the beginning of the season. Now it appears that it will be for a trip to the national championship. So everything on the line here. Houston making it to the Fiesta Bowl last season, not quite able to get the win. They're eyeing a trip to the national title here. For us, coming out of nowhere, really, weren't even close to the top 25 to begin the season. Barely escaping our first game with a win. Had to struggle through a lot of games, but had some huge wins for us. Surviving every game we played in the regular season, 12-0. Preston Schuler is our guy, our senior quarterback. A lot of seniors on our roster playing in their final games as a Memphis Tiger. A magical year they've put together here. And biggest game of all coming up right now. A lot of seniors on both teams. Both teams believed that we could have excellent seasons. Same with UCF. A lot of seniors on them as well. Our core group of guys for us, Houston and UCF, competing in the 2014 season, their final year. And we all had excellent seasons. Of course, us and Houston have had the better, going 12-0, competing here for the Conference USA Championship and in all likelihood a trip to the national title for the winner. It's been an unbelievable season for the conference, for both teams here, and it all comes down to this: the biggest game ever in Conference USA awaits. Let's go. Could not be more excited for this one. Biggest game ever coming up. chance to reach heights this conference has never even dreamed of before. Here we go. The 2014 Conference USA Championship game. And in all likelihood, a trip to the national title. The number 3 Memphis Tigers, the number 2 Houston Cougars. Let's go. Houston at home, going to be wearing their home uniforms, red helmet, red jersey, white pants. Be wearing our regular road uniforms, blue helmet, white jersey, gray pants, black Nikes. Here we go. Conference USA Championship. Let's get out to Houston. Come on.
Just about set for Conference USA action. Warm-up's almost over and kickoff is on the way. That's going to do it here in the studio, but don't worry, we'll be keeping your finger on the pulse of everything that's going on everywhere else across the country. But right now, it's time for kickoff, and ESPN's college football, Brad Nessler and Kirk Herbstreit are on the call.
Houston, Texas, home of the National Weather Service and NASA, will host this exciting college football contest that's coming up. Now this one should be exciting. Hi everybody, Brad Nessler with Kirk Herbstreit and Aaron Andrews. We've got more NCAA Football 13 for you. Today's college football action is brought to you by Dove Men Plus Care. Be comfortable in your own skin. We've got the Memphis Tigers and the Houston Cougars. Time's come now to take you down to the field for the coin toss. Brought to you by Dove Men Plus Care. Be comfortable in your own skin.
Here we go. We got beautiful weather in Houston, Texas for the 2014 Conference USA Championship game. All of America tuned into this one, the biggest conference championship game of the season. And who would have thunk it? It's coming in the Conference USA. Number 2 ranked Houston Cougars, number 3 ranked Memphis Tigers. A rematch of the instant classic of the 2012 Conference USA title game, but way more on the line here. One of these teams will become the first team ever from a non-power conference to compete for the BCS National Championship game. Who will it be here? Will it be the number 2 ranked Houston Cougars? Will they be able to set up an all-Texas National Championship game against the Longhorns? Or will Memphis, coming out of nowhere, starting the season, not even close to the top 25, the Memphis Tigers be able to get the win on the road here, pull off a Cinderella run leading all the way to the national title game? We are about to find out. Moment is here, let's go, come on. Houston wins the toss. They're going to elect to kick to start things off. Not a windy day here in Houston. Very ideal conditions, beautiful weather. Whole country tuned into this one. We've both had unbelievable seasons, ending the regular season 12-0. We've both had huge upset wins on the road against premier programs. For us, we went on the road and took down Michigan. Went on the road and took down Tennessee. For Houston, probably the best win of all. Went on the road and took down Notre Dame. Here we go. It is time. Come on. Experienced teams getting ready to compete. Come on. Rookie Frazier back to return. We are underway. The biggest Conference USA football game ever. Frazier's going to get brought down on the 20. That's how things will start. The first conference championship game of the day and the biggest. Preston Schuler, senior quarterback, will lead our offense out on the field. Hoping to get us a good start here opening drive. Come on. Coming out here looking to throw. Schuler trying to get it to Sampson, gets swatted down there by Milton. First play of the game, an incompletion. Coming out here fine, looking to get a good start here on our opening drive. Trying to get that one there to Branch Sampson, defender just able to cut it down. Preston Schuler, last game of the regular season, threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter. Obviously, we do not want a result like that here, cannot afford it. But here we go, second down and 10.
From their own 20-yard
line.
Second down.
We're going to go halfback draw here, get it to Childress up the middle, try to get some yards to him. Yeah, able to get some space. Childress gets behind blocking. Gonna get about halfway there. And here we go, a third down play. On 25-yard line, trying to move the chains here.
From their own 25-yard line. It's
Come
third
on.
down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Trying to get it to Ellis. He was well covered. Pressure was coming. Well defended from the Cougars on the opening drive here. Don't even really get the drive started. Well covered all around. Trying to force it in there. Not going to happen. Unfortunately, we're going to have to go 3 and out here.
Woods, the return man.
Woods back to return. He's going to get brought down. And a face mask call on the tackle against Peter Gonzalez. That's going to be 15 yards at the end of it, and Houston is going to have unbelievable field position. Just a few plays into this game, but Cougars definitely having the better of it so far. Getting to 3 and out defensively, and now they're going to start their opening drive at the 39. Here comes their unbelievable quarterback, Ruben Sears, in his senior year as well. Putting up insane numbers, looking to throw. He's going to float it out to Drew, and there's a completion right away for the Cougars.
I'll tell you what, the defense gambled a bit here and came with the blitz, and the quarterback showed tremendous poise by making a good read and delivered a nice ball to the open man.
A quick pass there going once again to Drew. Sears seeing some space there, getting it quickly. Cougar fans on their feet as they look to take an early lead here. And Sears has to throw it away, nothing open. Pressure starting to close in on him. Gets rid of it, gets it away.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 11.
Second and 10 coming up right now.
Looking to throw.
Martin slows him down a bit. Hardy makes a big tackle at the end of it. Third and 2 coming up. Houston moving up to the line. Playing their up-tempo style. And look, they hand it off to Rodriguez and he gets shut down. Scales making a great tackle. Let's go. Houston deciding to run here on 3rd and goal, and Scales getting through there. What a play by Scales. Make making a strong tackle. We shut it down. So Houston off to a great start in this one. They will bring out the field
This
goal
should be an
unit.
easy field goal.
Looks like our defense is going to get a nice win there and kick
Could
them out
take
of
the
the end
lead with
zone.
this field goal.
Kick is right through 3-0 early here. Houston takes the first lead of the game.
Feeling pretty good about themselves right now. It could have just as easily been a touchdown.
Okay, so obviously not much going our way here, but a great goal line stand there. That's the difference between being down 7-0 and being down 3-0. Big work there, big play. Set to get the ball back again here. Come on. Frazier on return.
He's to the 20. He gets out to about the 22-yard line.
Nothing much there. 22-yard line. So here we go.
You never like to
Get
have to
something
play
going
from
now.
behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and
First
play.
and 10, gonna go with Jabril Stevens. And he's gonna get a few yards. Strong effort. Did everything he possibly could there.
Second down, 7 yards to go.
Second and
Ball on the
7
24.
here. Schuler to McKeon. Makes the catch.
31.
Third and 1 coming up.
Find his teammate. That's sound decision making.
That'll make it 31.
First thing we gotta do is get a first down. See how they line up.
It's
Maybe
third
going
down,
for
and this
fullback
offense is
dive
about 3
here.
feet away from that first down marker. Third down and short, and the stadium is rocking
I'm gonna
right
try to get it right to Dunn. And he gets blasted. He's not gonna have it. Fullback dive there. Great work by the defender reading that, and then a huge hit on Dunn. No chance to get any forward progress there. So the Cougar defense shutting us down. Spawn coming up to punt.
Woods, back to return it.
Finally bringing them down. Solid return.
We're set to get restarted.
45-yard line, so not as good a field position, but still solid field position here for the Cougars.
Houston is up a field goal.
See, he's looking to throw.
Drops to throw on first down.
Oh, we got him.
Man, as an offensive lineman, this is the worst thing you want to see. Is your quarterback
Well,
not
a
only
lot of
getting
time there
sacked,
for
but
Ruben
getting hit like
Sears,
that. Those
taking
linemen
it
better
a
pick
little
that
bit too
quarterback up
much.
and start doing a better job of
Look, he
taking
was
care of
about to get a throw off, not able to. Great work there, great work defensively. Persistent pass rush, fighting his way in there. Queen dropping him. 8-yard loss.
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's second and long.
It's a pretty big gain on the slant. Just a quick pass.
fans really appreciate the effort he's given them over his time here. They're smart.
Bring
They
pressure
admire
here,
the
third and
drive of
2.
guys like this. Tight ends can really be a wild card.
And Houston able to pick it up there. Well, had him in a second and long situation. Big play on second down, big play on third down.
Sometimes the defense
Change
are a little bit
moves.
confused on how to handle it.
Inside our 34 now. Toward the sideline, Petty makes a catch and stays in bounds.
It's a great job here by the quarterback of recognizing the outside linebacker blitz and delivering the football for a first down.
a petty 2 yards.
At the 22. Houston has a 3-point lead.
A change to play at the line of scrimmage.
Looks to pass.
Oh, a diving catch by Woods. Ruben Sears floating it up to Woods. Woods an excellent receiver, making an excellent play there. And Houston has another goal to go situation. They had to settle for 3 last time. They get here first and goal about the 3-yard line. The option play. Scales read it nicely and were able to bring him down. They'll lose about a yard in the play.
Lost about a yard.
Here we go. Nice work on first down. Nothing easy for him. If we can keep out this, that would be a huge win. Come on. Hempel all over it. Let's go. Great play from Embry Hempel. And here we go, big
It's
play
third
here,
down.
third
They
goal.
need 8 yards here to get the ball in the end zone.
Gotta find a way to keep Malcolm on defense.
He's looking to pass.
Crawford breaks it up.
Almost intercepted.
What a play by our senior quarterback, Andre Crawford. The corner of the end zone. Ruben Sears with time to throw, goes for it. Crawford breaking it up there. Phenomenal effort, and again, Houston's going to have to bring out the field goal unit.
They're going to go for the easy 3 here.
Another huge stanza from our
Holds a
defense.
field goal lead. The lineman got a
Yeah,
little ahead of the
Priest in
snap
that penalty,
count.
what is
Here's
it?
the call.
False start penalty.
But it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Still should be a very makeable field goal attempt coming up.
They'll call on the field goal unit here.
A 30-yarder right here. And it is through. 6-0 Houston first quarter. So the Cougars, I'm surely happy with a lead right now, but they've got to be a bit frustrated. It could easily be 14-0. Instead, it is 6-0. Able to get close to getting in the end zone, but not able to either
Has the
time.
ball all teed up, and he's ready to kick this one off. He makes it out to maybe the 23-yard line.
So we got about the 23 on the return. So here we go.
This drive will start at the 23.
Get back to the original play here.
Appears that he's changing things up here before the snap.
Hands went off to the left. Oh,
They'll bring him down around the 21-yard line.
I'm not getting the block right there. It's a 3-yard loss. Second and 13. We're going to go on the ground again. We're going to go with Stevens. Try to get some good blocking on the side, please.
21-yard line. Second down.
Alright, do some pretty good blocking. Almost enough for a first down.
At the 33.
Nice broom up there to the left. Bill Stevens. Senior halfback fighting forward. Almost had enough to move the chains right away there for us. We're going to come out.
So it's third down, and they're just
Power
inches
run
away from picking up the
formation.
first down.
I think we are going to hand it off. 30 inches.
This place is
Yeah, we're going to go with Childress, and he's got enough.
around the 34-yard line. Short gain there by the
Not
tailback.
by
and
much,
he's
not much
still
of a
gonna come
gain,
away
but
with a
enough
first
to move the
down.
chains.
Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains, and that's all that matters.
Important pickup there,
First
getting
down,
ourselves
10
a
to
first
go.
down.
Ball on their own 34.
And we run with Childress. seriously, wow. Not working right now.
Second and 10. Ball on 34.
Second and 10, I'm going to look to pass. Schuler to Ellis, and he's almost got a first down, going to be just short there. So if we get a third and very short, it's going to be coming up. Get the slant pass there to Cedric Ellis. Fighting forward, almost enough to move the chains. And
they'll look to convert here on another third down.
Right up the middle with Childress.
Fellas, the crowd is just going ballistic in support of their defense right here.
And he's got it. Let's go.
He makes it out to about the 47-yard line.
Well, that's the second time that this defense has given up a first down on third down. You work so hard as a defense to get an offense to third down. When you get them there, you've got to be able to have somebody step up and make a big play, whether it's a defensive tackle slipping through a block, a linebacker shooting a
here,
gap,
first
a
and
defender in the
10, maybe
secondary
the
that's
first, maybe the last play of the
able to make a
first
football.
quarter.
Somebody's got to make a play, and that's what winning, the difference between winning
Schuler out to Childress, out to the left side. It's going to be good for about 5 yards.
Left to the halfback.
That will end the first quarter.
Here's a safe play, hitting the underneath receiver, but it's a nice gain of 5.
This game's already shaping up to be a good one as we head to the second quarter. Houston's lead is 6.
It was a high-scoring game in the 2012 Conference USA Championship between Houston and Memphis. Memphis winning the game 44-41. Just 2 field goals in the first quarter here. Second ever meeting for the 2 third-year head coaches, Coach Cat Lennon and Coach Davis Berthier. Two excellent third-year coaches looking for their second conference championship.
He makes it to the 48-yard line. And the halfback's got nowhere to go. So far this drive, the defense has been unable to stop them on
Third and 5. Finally move here, come on. Out to Sullivan, got on first down.
That's the third time they've converted on third down on this drive. When you can stay on the field in these kind of situations, you're doing something right.
Let's go. Put a find it there, Preston Schuler. Getting it to Ray Sullivan. Moving the chains.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line.
Halfback draw here with Bennett. So Bennett getting the handoff. Maybe about 2.
The draw play gets maybe 2 yards. And this is the
Second and 8 up to the 40-yard line now. Schuler just gets the throw off complete to Bennett.
Nothing flashy at all, but now that
Just
first
barely
down
getting
marker
throw
is
away
a
there.
lot closer.
Bringing up a
The
third and
defense gets
4
their
here.
4th chance to make a stop here.
Trying to move the chains once again. Can we keep this drive going? Schuler to Sullivan. First down.
And he's level at the 29-yard line.
He showed superb athletic ability on that catch.
Let's go.
You know, the ball isn't going to hit you in the numbers every time.
Come
As a
on.
receiver, you've got to be able to adjust quickly and sometimes be willing to give up your body.
Once again, coming through on third down. Schuler just getting the throw away. Getting it to Ray Sullivan, turning it up. Big hit, holds on to the ball. First and 10 at the 29 now.
From the 29-yard line. First down.
Trying to get something on the ground here, first and 10. And Childress a big one. Let's go. Huge run there from Tyson Childress.
Defense, you can look at them. Their hands are on their knees, hands are on their hips. They're looking tired. This this offense right now has this defense exactly where they want them.
Great running there, great vision. All the way up to 13. Gonna come out here in 5 wide.
Ball on the 13-yard line.
Clinch the final game of the regular season and then 5 wide in the red zone. What do we do here? Shoulder. Throwing it away. Pressure coming, gotta get rid of it. Okay, so not what we wanted there. Obviously.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 13.
2nd and 10 here, 13-yard line. Can we find something open here? Sure, throwing it to Sampson, reaching low and making a nice catch.
Tackle made at the 7. They just took what the defense gave them on that.
Interesting looking play there. Preston Schuler rolling out, throwing it low. Sampson just reaching down and making the grab.
Play.
Yeah, you're right. That was a
Being
good
a
job of
6-yard
getting
gain,
that pass
so
completed for positive yardage.
rather significant result there.
So it's 3rd down
Has
now,
us
and
in
they're
a
going to need about
3rd
4.
and 4. I'm gonna try to go with Bennett, halfback draw. And for Bennett. Dang, thought there was potentially some room there. Bennett could have hit the hole, perhaps. We had some space, but some running in there, delaying him too much.
Diagnosis, which is exactly what he did on that play.
Houston decided to settle and take the points.
It's 4th down, and the
We're
offense is getting
lining
set
up
to
at
go
least to
for it.
go for it.
Memphis will take a timeout. That's their first of the half.
If they don't get it, they're pushed up against off the 8-yard line. It's not up against the goal line necessarily. We gotta be bold here. We've been clutch on 3rd downs. We could be clutch on 4th down. We can do this. Here we go.
Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down.
I need to throw. Come on. Shoulder to Heath can't hang on.
That was a pretty makeable field goal attempt, and I think they should have taken it.
And we decided to be aggressive, decided to roll the dice here. Well covered by Houston, a little bit of space there to Bobby Heath. I don't think he would have had enough even if he held on to it. The Cougars defense gets a huge stand, so excellent drive, but we're not able to finish it off. We do have them inside their own 10. We really need our defense to step up and shut them down here.
Houston is up by 6. He zips it out to the
Oh my goodness, Sears had him wide open.
Here's one the quarterback would like to rewind.
Must have been some breakdown in coverage here because he was wide open. Yeah, Holiday coming in. He just turned too late for it. The Cougars missing was potentially a touchdown there even. A big gasp from the crowd.
They line up at the 8.
Disappointment as they see that one fall through a huge sigh of relief from the sideline.
With 5 wide receivers. Nice catch on that one.
And they get the first down.
The 18-yard line.
He is such a reliable target. Anywhere near him.
Trying to get in there, trying to get pressure. Got the throw away. Screen pass, big pickup there. Cougars moving the ball along now.
Talking with the offensive coordinator this week, he told us that he has a lot of confidence in his quarterback to make good decisions. And when he feels like he has an opportunity to put the ball up, he knows the receivers that he can count on to be able to make big plays. That's another example. Receiver goes up.
And we are going to wrestle him down. Embry Hempel will bring down Ruben Sears. Sears not a little dude. Take some contact. And out there in the option play, able to bring him down for a 4-yard loss. A nice play there defensively.
From their own 31-yard line, it's second down.
Hempel's going to knock it out.
They can't make the grab.
Good coverage there, 3rd and 14 now.
That brings up 3rd and 14. It's 3rd and 14. Ball on their own 31. Houston with a 6-point lead.
Edwards getting pressure, and they're going to get him short.
And he hits him hard at the 41.
I know the defense would have liked to have prevented such a
Great stand there defensively. Edwards crashing in, leaving that middle part of the field open, forcing a quick throw from Ruben Sears. And we're able to cover it. Our safeties are there. Hempel and Holiday. Hempel making the tackle.
But the important thing is
And
that they
get the
held
stand.
and brought up 4th down.
So, weren't able to get him to go 3 and out.
is
We're
back
not
to
going to have
receive.
excellent field position here likely, but still able to force him to bring up the punt team. So just a 6-point game. Oh. No, nothing there in return from Holiday.
There hasn't been too much
It is a
daylight
barn
between
burner. It
these
is a
two
good
teams.
game.
In games like this,
Probably a
some
lot
players
lower
try to
scoring
press too
than
much, and that can cause
most people
mistakes.
expected. Just 2 field goals so far.
They give to the tailback.
Both from the Cougars, 6-0 Houston lead. Nice run there on the ground, Jabril Stevens.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3. They need about 3 yards to get the first here on 2nd down.
They're coming out here.
There are 5 wide receivers
5
split
wide,
out.
2nd
The
and 3.
quarterback in the gun.
Good pass there, Brent Sampson, 1st down.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
All-time classic game in the 2012 Conference USA Championship between these two teams. High-scoring game. Memphis coming back from 17 down late in the 3rd
From their
quarter,
own
ending up winning
34-yard
44
line.
to 41.
It's 1st down.
Most highly anticipated Conference USA football game ever being played right now. It is a good game. There's a lot lower
He makes it
scoring.
out to about the 37-yard line. The back gets 3 on the carry.
Put together a long drive last time out. Didn't end up with
From
any
their own
points.
37-yard line.
Controlling time of possession is definitely a good thing, especially against a team this good.
Scrambling around.
Schuler gets it to him.
Goes it in
And
and
a big game.
they'll bring him down at about the
Preston Schuler
43-yard
hanging in
line.
there, very tough. He's been banged up this season, been banged up his time
And
at
that
Memphis,
falls
but
under the
very
category
tough
of
QB.
aggressive defense.
Knew he was going to
Both
get hit,
middle
stepped up,
linebackers
made a
blitzed,
strong
but he held
throw.
his ground and threw a strike to get the 1st down. That is impressive.
Big game, Bobby Heath. One more look, rolling out, being patient with the ball. Knows he's going to get hit, making a nice throw, and that's a big, big gain. All the way up to Houston's 43-yard line.
1st and 10. Ball on the 43-yard
Out
line.
here 5 wide again.
Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wideouts.
Schuler to Bennett, drops it.
Pretty quickly off his hands, incomplete.
Pressure coming, trying to get the safe throw there to throw Bennett, not able to hang on. Going to throw in here, 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down.
Come on, gotta get something going, let's go. Schuler floating it up, got it to Ellis. It's gotta be 1st and goal, what a beautiful pass.
But it leaves him with a 1st and goal. 6 yards. That brings up 2nd and goal.
skills to make things happen, and the defense might not be able to keep up at this moment.
Once again, Preston Schuler absorbing the contact, knows he's going to get hit, making a perfect throw right there. Cedric Ellis, not a ton of space, but just enough separation to get the ball in there to him. Big game, first and goal coming up. This is the fourth situation being inside the 10-yard line for teams combined. No touchdowns so far. Looking to get the first one here. First and 10 about the 7-yard line. We're going to go halfback draw. Start things off. Schuler shakes a tackle, trying to fight. Gets inside the 5. No chewing clock till under 30 seconds in the first half. But going to keep on the ground here again. Second and goal. Schuler can't get anything to the outside. One will lose yards.
As a ball carrier, very frustrating as a play caller. Makes you a little bit more hesitant maybe to go back to a certain play. The biggest thing you want to do as an offensive coordinator is get the offense over the sideline after the series.
Houston not using their timeouts. This will be the end of the first half. We're close to it. Third and goal. To the end zone. Cedric Ellis touchdown.
He brings his TD catch total to 10.
Let's go. What a play there. Two seniors connecting for the first touchdown in this incredibly huge game for the Conference USA Championship. National title berth on the line. Preston Schuler gets it there. Cedric Ellis. And we have tied it up. Extra point coming up. Chance for us to take the lead. One more look there. Hanging in there. Patiently getting the score. Here comes the extra point. Harper to give us a 1-point lead. And he's got it. 7-6. Late in the first half.
An 8-play, 71-yard drive, and it results in a touchdown.
Brad, I thought the offense did a really nice job of mixing up the play calling on that drive. But the defense was on its heels most of the drive because of the versatility of the offense.
14 seconds.
Harper has his kick team lined up, and he is
Kickoff team, gotta focus up here. We're gonna kick it deep. Don't wanna squib and give them a short field with Ruben Sears at QB.
He'll return it from the 1.
Scales, great
He
work
makes it out to
there.
maybe the 23-yard line. The offense will take over
Houston
at the
showing their
23-yard
content
line.
that last defensive series. Going into halftime.
He's taken
Taking
down
timeouts, that
at
will
the
take
20.
us into halftime. Low scoring game here. 7-6 Memphis lead at the break.
We've played a half of football here. The Tigers lead it by 1.
Very special game here, the 2014 Conference USA Championship game. Biggest game in Conference USA history. Maybe the biggest game of the season. Very special game. One of these teams will become Conference USA champions and become the first team from a non-power conference to compete in a BCS national championship game. In all likelihood, that appears to be the cut and dry situation. Expected to be a more high-scoring game here. 7-6. It has been an exciting first half of play, no doubt about that. Memphis scoring the touchdown late in the first half to take a 7-6 lead. We are outgaining Houston 161-114 and 8-7 first down advantage. We are 5 of 8, 62% on third down. They're 1 of 4, 25% on third down. We went forward on fourth once and didn't pick it up. Difference here, we've both been in the red zone twice. Houston's been in a goal-to-go situation twice. We've been inside the 10-yard line a couple times. So both had our opportunities. Houston settling for field goals twice. We rolled the dice, didn't get it. We're able to punch it in on a third down play the next time. So not much between us two. No turnovers so far in this game. We are controlling time of possession. That was a big point of emphasis for us. Houston has, of course, an amazing quarterback. Keeping him off the field would be ideal for us. We have a great quarterback as well. Preston Schuler, the senior, 11 of 16, 113 yards, 1 touchdown, no INTs. Great job. Tyson Childress, 9 carries, 21 yards. 3 for Jabril Stevens, 23 yards. 3 for Thurl Bennett, 4. 1 for Nathan Dunn, didn't get anything. Cedric Ellis, 3 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown. 2 catches for Sampson and Sullivan. 1 catch for Childress, Heath, Bennett, and McKeon. Defense, Embry Hempel leading with 6 tackles. Great work from him. 3 tackles from Scales, Holiday, and Davenport. Bunch of guys with 1 tackle. Kicking-wise, Clancy Harper hitting the extra point. That has the 1-point lead for us. A couple front punts from Spalding. Ruben Sears, 11 of 15, 133 yards, no touchdowns, no INTs, sacked once. Houston's offense hasn't been on the field a whole lot. Not much success there on the ground. Frank Rodriguez, negative yards. Same with Paul Rogers. James Petty, 3 catches. 3 catches for Akeem Woods. 3 catches for Jason Drew. 1 for Rodriguez and Barrow. Defensively, Austin Small leading with 8 tackles. 5 tackles for Michael Lacey and Tom Yates. 4 for Roden. Guys with 3, a bunch of guys with 2, a bunch of guys with 1. Joshua Brown, 2 for 2 on field goals, both pretty short kicks. Longest one was 30 yards. Ryan Harper punting. It's been a very intense, very highly contested defensive struggle in the first half. Not a lot of points, but a lot of excitement through 2 quarters. Everyone knows what's on the line here. Incredible stakes. Trip to the national title on the line, Conference USA title on the line here. 2 quarters left. You know it's going to come down to the wire. It certainly feels like it's been neck and neck through 2. How will it go here in the second half? Houston getting the ball first to start the second half, trailing by 1.
Keep this pace up, or will the offenses start to kick
Harper has it teed up, kicks it off. Up by Barrow. We're going to wrestle him down on the 26.
Aaron Andrews has a report now from the sideline.
Brad, the sidelines were electric in the entire first half. Looks like the guys are really having fun and are wrapped up in this tight game. I haven't seen this much cheering in a long time. It was a cleanly played first half as far as turnovers were concerned. Guys?
This crowd is going to try their best to help out the offense now. They'd love to be cheering for a touchdown when this drive's over.
Everyone back in Memphis watching on pins and needles here.
This deficit can be easily overcome, sure. But they have to be thinking if they don't get something going on this series, the burden is going to be
big opening drive to the second half coming up right here. We go on the ground. He's got some room. It's about a 10-yard run. Quick burst of speed there. It's about the 37-yard line. Scales hustling out there to make the tackle. It's about a 9-yard gain. Passing the air. From Sears to Akeem Wood. Oh, I got it to Freeman. He's got a bunch. Temple will force him out of bounds. Houston driving quickly here. First drive of the second half. But Sears just getting it there. Scales trying desperately to get a hand on that, not able to. And a big pickup. Forced out of bounds with a huge gain. Come on, defense. Tighten up here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
cat and mouse game here with the defense.
Sears is going to keep it. Picks up about 9.5 on the ground. Inches here. Got the sack. Edwards flying in there is going to drop Ruben Sears for the sack. And a big loss on the play. Edwards fighting in there, fighting off a block, punching it to the outside. Going in there. That's a big shot from the star quarterback as well. Great effort there. Edwards getting in, big hit on him. It's going to drop him back to a 3rd and 9. Big play coming up right here.
From the 22-yard line, 3rd down.
Davenport not quite able to get to him, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Cougars. Sears extends his record there. Touchdown pass. Davenport nearly able to get to him in time. Oh. Not quite able to make the play, and the ball gets through. Houston gets their first touchdown of the game, opening drive of the second half. They'll keep the offense on the field, trying to go up by 7 points now.
Well, they're going to try for the 2-point conversion. They come out in a 5-wide set.
In the end zone, Gonzalez is going to hit him, but he hangs on. Walker making a nice catch. 2 more points for the Cougars. And Houston starts the second half with a bang, throwing 8 points on the board. Sears, be patient, floating that one up. Gonzalez hitting him, but able to hang on.
They just don't know what's coming next. They're trying to read tendencies. They're trying to get an idea based on the personnel.
Great start for Houston in the second half. Now it's our turn. Frazier back to return. Frazier's got some room along the sideline. Frazier up to about midfield. Let's go. Great blocking there. Rookie Frazier had room. Going to take it all the way up to about the 50. That is a great way for an instant response. Our special teams coming up here, making a big play. Look at the blocking upfield. Gallagher looking in the side, slowing down his attempt. And here we are. Let's come out here.
They'll start this
power
drive at
run
midfield.
here. Start things off with a power run. Nothing there. It was play. Second and 10, nothing on the ground there. Just the pass. Schuler to McKeon, great work. McKeon hanging on to it.
Gains about 5 yards on the play. That'll make it 35.
Getting hit, but strong hands making the catch.
It's 3rd and 5.
Second and 5 coming up.
The student
Flip it
section
here. Come on,
going
big play.
crazy.
Schuler to Ellis, a huge hit, but Ellis hangs on. So great work from our receivers, absorbing contact and hanging on to it, especially right there. Massive hit. Lowering his shoulders, big boom right of Cedric Ellis. Some words exchanged after that. These teams know what's on the line. An incredibly rare opportunity for a team from a non-power conference. Unprecedented territory. Big play there. John hanging on to that.
From the 41-yard line. First down. He may have changed things up here.
Oh my God, Schuler nearly threw a pick six to do this.
Hey, that's a heads-up play there by the defender. Get those hands up and something good.
Missed chance for Houston. Right here, pressure coming, Preston Schuler. Thinking going along the sideline there, it does not see Davis. Perhaps Davis popping up, and that was a tailor-made pick six for him. Another screaming afterwards, so dodging a huge bullet. Big sigh of relief on our sideline.
It's
Big
second and
groan
10.
from
Ball
this
on the 41-yard
Houston
line.
Cougar crowd. Another chance for us here, second and 10. Schuler floating it out. Cedric Ellis, a diving catch. Ah.
What great concentration. He left his feet, made the catch, and managed to secure it when he hit the ground. That was just sensational.
Cedric Ellis putting on a show here. What a catch. What a throw, Preston Schuler. Look at that. Knows he's going to get blasted here. A bunch of Cougars flying out. Throwing it up, Ellis making the cut in a phenomenal catch. Up to the 21-yard line.
From the 21-yard line. First down. They'll change the play at the line of scrimmage.
Pass here. Schuler to Vickers. That's good for about 5.
At the 17-yard line. Vickers picks up about 4
They're
yards
just
with a
getting
catch.
open there in the flats. Little pitch and catch to him. Second and 5 here, 17, about the 16-yard line. Going to throw. Out to Bobby Heath, and hitting another tight end toward the left side, this time only 2 yards.
Doesn't look like this defense is going to let them beat them with the deep passes. So they'll allow those short completions to the tight end.
This is the 8th play of this drive.
I think we're going to go on the ground here to the left side. We need some good blocking. Trying to get it to Stevens. Block, 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 block. We do get good blocking. He's going to go all the way.
Touchdown, Tigers.
Outstanding run and great execution by the entire offensive unit, especially the blocking up front.
And what a drive to respond. Great play here on third down. Phenomenal blocking. Heath and Jefferson there, and then Vickers, a nice block. Another nice block from Bobby Heath. Jabril Stevens, senior halfback, getting into the end zone here. Let's go. Extra point away from time to the third
The
quarter.
extra point to tie this game up. And he converts the extra point. So an 8-play, 51-yard drive. And that's good for a touchdown. We're deadlocked right now at 14.
And we are all back to square, not quite midway through the third quarter. 14-14 now.
Lines up for the kickoff. Barrow from the 1. And down he goes at the 26-yard line.
Already more points this quarter than the entire first half. Offense is showing the ability to move the ball quite well there.
They'll take over.
Going to drive the second half. All squared up once again. Here come the Cougars. Gonna try to set up halfback screen. Rodriguez able to get some room. 5-yard gain there. Halfback screen able to find some space over there to the right side. Picking up about 5.
He's changing things up.
Big hit there. Marcus Gibson flying in there.
Forced a bad pass.
Right as Sears was about to throw it.
Here with their pass rush,
Ends up
and that
getting
time
the
it paid off with
throw
an
off whistle
incompletion.
incomplete. 3rd and 5. Big time play right now.
3rd and 5. Ball on their own 31.
Gonna hand it off. Rodriguez has got it.
Gets to around the 42.
Houston going on the ground here on 3rd down. Able to. Had it blocked, had it nicely set up.
Call it a gain of 11 yards. First down.
First and 10 now.
Rodriguez on the toss. He's at the 40.
Big one from Rodriguez.
Around the 35-yard line.
Huge pickup there for the Cougars there. A lot of success here. So known primarily as a passing team with a great quarterback, Ruben Sears, but having success there on the ground. Big pickup. Temple can't quite bring him down. Look at Gibson.
That's a great tackle at the 31-yard line. He ran a good-looking route and picked up positive yardage.
That he did, and he made a good catch.
Rodriguez,
That short passing
dangerous
game
with
is
the
where you
ball.
see all those hours in the
Second
summer that
tackle,
you put
picking
in
up
pay
4
off.
yards there. Holiday getting pressure on Sears. Hitting Sears as he throws. Incomplete. Holiday working his way through there. Hitting Sears, the pass was right on the money. Could have potentially picked them up the first down. But is dropped and will bring up a 3rd and 6. From here,
Third down
the
now.
field
They
goal
need to
will
get it
be
to the 25.
48 yards. Huge play here. Try to bring some pressure, not able to get through. They get it too petty. First down, Houston.
And he hits him hard at the 21.
Trying to bring some pressure there from the left side. They had it well blocked.
Tackle at the 21-yard line. That'll move the chains for another
That's a throw he'll make every time. Just outside of the 20.
Looks to pass.
Caught along the sideline.
Trying to change the play. They'll go with the run.
Edwards is going to make a really strong tackle there, prevent him from losing the chains. It will be 3rd and short, 3rd and about 1 right now. And Mayo's going to bring him down, but he has enough for the first down.
The tailback picks up the first down.
Well, the defense closed down it pretty quickly, but before he picked up just enough yards for the first.
Cougars keep the drive moving, pick up the first down once again with a run. Just having some space there, big block to the right side. Mayo likely saving a touchdown with that tackle. Quite possibly. Rodriguez brought down a bit awkwardly. Stayed down on the turf for a moment
First down, and
afterwards.
they've
Good
got
an
their
update on
eyes on
him.
that goal
He steps
line.
out for now. First and goal.
And they make the stop around the 12-yard line.
Shutting him down there.
Man, did he play that perfectly or what? As a linebacker, you have to be able to read the offense and make a quick diagnosis, which is exactly what he did
Second
on
and
that
goal
play.
now
Here's
from about
the
the
12th
12.
play of the drive. And he is drilled at the 10-yard line. And for Woods, he reaches a nearly impossible milestone, one we've been talking about for quite a while now. 2,000 receiving yards.
Neither one of them would be having the season they are without the other. These two complement each other so well, and it really makes them
And on 3rd and goal, we're able to keep him out of the end zone.
Woods picks up around 5 yards with that catch.
So another excellent goal to go stand from our defense will force Houston to bring up their field unit once again. Well covered, and then no chance once he had the catch.
So it's 4th down.
The Cougars
They're gonna
will
go for the
attempt
easy
to
three here.
move out in front once again.
Houston
Chip
can take
shot
the
field
lead
goal
with this
coming
field
up.
goal.
It's through 17 to 14 Cougars.
Even though they gave up a field goal here, that defense is feeling pretty good about themselves right now. It could have just as easily been a touchdown.
The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one.
Frazier back in return.
He's to the 10. He's to the
Gonna
20.
find some room up to about the
That was
30.
a great hit. He wasn't getting away from that one.
So here we go.
This offense did really well. with the air attack on
Rodriguez,
their last trip out
his
there.
significant
Let's see if
injury,
we can
his
do the
day
same
is
thing here.
definitely over.
You can bet this defense made some
Right
adjustments
there
on
for
the
the
sideline,
Cougars.
though. I don't know if they can stop the passing attack.
First and 10 gonna look to run. Childress. It's got about 3.
To the 32-yard line. A 2-yard run by the halfback. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Getting late in the third quarter now.
It's 2nd down. And it
A
looks
little
like they're going to
audible
change it
here
up
with the
here.
pass. 2nd and 7. Drew it to Vickers. He can't hang on to it. Incomplete. 3rd and 7 coming up right now. Wouldn't have been a whole lot on the play had he caught, but definitely would have liked to have the completion. Big 3rd and 7
It's
coming
3rd
up.
down and 7 to go. Ball on their own 32. And this place is rocking.
Got it to Ellis. Ellis makes a great juke move. And a big gain up inside of Houston's 45.
That makes it 1st and 10. That gives him 100 yards in the game.
If you can get open and hold on to
Austin
the passes,
Schuler
chances
throwing
are you're
a
going to have a
dart
good
right
game.
there,
And that's
hitting
exactly
Cedric
what
Ellis.
this guy's been able to do today.
And to stand out in a game that'll decide your BCS fate, just a special performance today.
Huge play there. We pick it up again on 3rd down. We've been good on 3rd downs in this one. Nice catch and then nice move afterwards. Picking up yardage. Up about inside the 45.
From the
Third
45-yard
quarter
line,
winding down to a
it's
close
1st
here.
down.
Gonna look to run it. Back draw throw Bennett, and Bennett's got some room. That'll be the last play of the 3rd quarter. A 6-yard run.
Play gets him a good
A
7
nail
yards.
biter here in Houston, Texas.
A great game so far, and it looks like it'll be decided in the 4th. The Cougars with a 3-point lead.
Most highly anticipated Conference USA football game ever. A potential, in all likelihood, a trip to the national championship awaits the winner. This game has lived up to the hype. Through 3 quarters, it is an absolute nail-biter coming down to the wire here. 1 quarter left to play. We're facing a 2nd and 4.
So it's 2nd down now. They
Houston's
need about 4
38.
yards
That's
to
how
pick
we will
up the
begin the
first.
4th quarter here. Come on. Gonna look to go on the ground. Shoulder said nowhere to go. Well blocked by the Cougars. Big defensive play to start the 4th quarter from Houston.
You see how
Yeah, trying to get the Childress there out to the right side. Just not able to find any space. It's a huge play from the Cougar defense. And here we have a 3rd and 6. Potentially 4 on territory, but let's pick it up here, please. Come on. Schuler to McKeon. 1st and 10. Once again on 3rd down, we come through.
here by the wideout to secure the ball and pick up some extra yardage.
What a play there on 3rd down. Schuler finding some space, getting it to McKeon, making the catch. Massive play. We're up to the 25-yard line.
First and 10, ball on the 25.
Halfback draw with Childress here. And not much. Just about 1 yard.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
Second
They
and
come out
9.
in an empty backfield.
Trying to get it there to throw Bennett. Thread the needle off that. That dangerous throw there. The defender getting his hand up, breaking it up.
in the air, and it's between a defender and a receiver. I think the receiver's got to show more effort and a willingness to fight for the football. The safety just knocked that ball away from him.
And if we get nothing now, it'll be a long field goal attempt to tie it up. Massive play coming up here. Obviously can't take a sack. Can we pick up another third down
They
play?
line up for another third down, and they've had no problem
Come on.
converting their first two. This
Huge
crowd
play
is
here in the
full
fourth.
right now.
To Ellis. Touchdown.
Pass it to the senior. An excellent pass to the wideout for 6.
And we take the lead in the fourth.
The second he caught the ball, that was a nice looking play.
Again coming through in the absolute clutch. A third and long here. Schuler look to roll up, but seeing Cedric Ellis there. Finding some space up the middle, getting it to him quickly, right on the money. We take the lead back here in the fourth. 3-point lead right now. Extra point to make it a 4-point lead. Harper got it.
And he adds the extra point.
21-17 now. His home Houston crowd, all of Texas, hoping for a all-Texas national championship.
Looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
Cougars are going to have to bounce back here in the fourth now, trailing by 4. Come on, kickoff team. Let's go.
It's fielded at the 2.
Okay, we got big strong tackle there. Let's go.
21-yard line. I have a feeling we haven't seen the end of the fireworks today.
I think it goes without saying that this is a very critical possession. They have to be thinking about getting the ball into the end zone because it's getting too late in the game to be thinking about field goals.
You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go
Come
either
on,
way.
defense. Ruben Sears leading this Cougar offense. He's going to get sacked.
For the sack.
Edwards is going to drop him for a sack.
This kid just doesn't stop. That's his second sack of the game.
What a play there, Ezekiel Edwards. Able to drop Ruben Sears again. What a moment, dropped it on back there. Let's go. And this crucial drive for the Cougars gets off to a rough start.
So the sack makes this a 2nd and long.
Floating it toward the sideline. Barrow makes the catch.
When you can move the ball downfield in big chunks like that,
Big
you've got the
20-yard
defense
gain
right
there.
where you
Just
want 'em.
floating it up, hitting his receiver out toward the sideline.
Back to pass.
Got our man open out to Barrow. Gibson's gonna force him out of bounds. But the Cougars, 2 big pass plays there.
Find a soft spot in the defense, and he threw an accurate
Really
ball
moving
for a
along
solid
now.
victory.
To about a 42. Option play for Houston. They toss it back. A big mistake there from Ruben Sears. That's going to be a big loss.
The defense was so good on that play.
Sears should have just held on to the ball instead, tossing it back.
Anyone would have been brought down.
Hoping his halfback can make something happen, but it's going to be a big loss on the ground. So 1 Once again, Houston, a rough result in the first down play,
From
put themselves
midfield,
in a hole.
second down.
Complete to Drew.
He's got his man. Tackle made around the 38-yard
3rd and 7 now. Come on.
Sear, back to pass.
Catch made. Crawford, a strong tackle. He's just short.
The 32. It'll be short.
Andre Crawford the senior, hanging on for dear life, making the tackle there. And he's going to be just short. Fighting to get away. Barrow can't quite get away. Crawford brings him down. And that will make it a 4th down. It is 4th and inches, but a massive play come up here. Can our defense get a huge
So it's
play?
4th down, and the offense is still on the field.
Sears looks to throw up the middle. He can't hang on. Embry Hempel knocked it out.
Offense had much of a choice here. It was a pretty short conversion. The defense just made a good play.
And the stadium goes quiet. 4th and inches. Houston electing to pass here. Ruben Sears putting the ball in his hands, making a nice throw. But Embry Hempel coming up. Big hit on Drew, making the ball pop out. And we get the turnover on downs. Let's go, taking over at our own 32. Incredible play. Andre Crawford making the tackle just before our first down marker. The play before.
So here we are in the 4th
Great play
quarter.
there. Embry Hempel
And this
breaking it
defense
up.
needs a stop. Right
Taking
now, this
over.
offense has got an
Still
opportunity
over
to win
half
this
of the
ball
4th
game
quarter
and get
play.
any kind
1st and
of
10
points
our
here.
own 32. And for another quality drive from our offense.
Quarterback and his receiver make a great play here. And
Nice
convert
pass and
on an
catch
early
there.
down.
Schuler getting it to McKeon up to
It's
the
second down,
40.
and they're 2 yards away from the sticks. Memphis holds a 4-point lead. And he doesn't like what he sees. He's going to change the play
There's
here.
gonna be that play set up. Something else here. 2nd and 2. Going to Heath, and Heath makes a catch. Move the chains.
Shaw brings him down at the 44-yard line. First down.
Approaching the midway point in the 4th quarter now.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 44.
This crowd getting restless, looking for a stop. Schuler's gonna get picked off by Yates.
Interception by the corner. That's a great tackle at the 46-yard line. That interception.
Huge interception there from the Houston Cougar defense. Yates going up and making the grab.
This quarterback's got to be more concerned
Schuler trying to get it to Sullivan.
late in a game like this.
And Yates was covering. Ellis goes back and makes the grab. Preston Schuler. Big mistake there. Seeing Sullivan's got some space. Needed to throw it a little more downfield. Yates. A phenomenal effort. Ellis trying desperately to knock it out of his hands, but he hangs on. Huge INT. The Cougars take over at their own 46. Here comes Ruben Sears,
From their own 46-yard line.
leading this Houston offense
First
out
down.
on the field once again. Martin all over Rogers, brings him down.
Before he could get back to the line.
Let's go. What a play there by Martin.
That'll make it 2nd and long. That's a 7-yard
Martin
loss.
seeing it
That's just
last
a
moment.
sound
It was a
play by the
screen
defense.
pass.
They dropped him well short
Acting
of the
to
line of
it,
scrimmage.
bringing him down. 7-yard loss for the Cougars.
It's 2nd down and a long way to go. Ball on their own 39.
Paul Rogers makes the catch. Negative result.
Looking to throw. Here's a quick throw.
Martin breaks it up. Another phenomenal play by Martin. Sears throwing it along the sideline, trying to get over Martin, but going back, breaking up the pass in front of the Houston sideline. It is 3rd and 17.
Here in the fourth quarter and behind, they're not going to get many more chances, and now it's third down and a mile. Less than 3 minutes in the game.
They get the completion. They get the first down.
And he hits him hard at the 42-yard line.
On third and very long, Ruben Sears. Game season on the line. Stepping up, making a beautiful throw. Houston moves the chains. Houston able to climb out of the hole there, make a big play. Preston Schuler and the Memphis offense nervously waiting on the sideline. Cheering on the defense, they got the screen pass off to Rogers. Good for about 5. Over the midway point in the fourth quarter. Calming down to the wire now. It's like an option play. They toss it out to Rogers. Hempel forcing out of bounds. The run, he's not going to have enough. 4th and 1 coming up. And potentially the game on the line here. Going on the ground with Rogers. Hempel hitting him first. Davenport and Crawford pulling him down short. So it's not game over for Houston if they can't get it. They still have all 3 timeouts. But they're going to be in big trouble. A huge, huge chance for our defense right here. 4th and 1. Houston decided to pass on 4th and short earlier. Gonna pass again. Screen pass. Gonzalez got him out of bounds.
He gets hit out of bounds at the 36.
Turnover on downs.
Stop defensively.
Yeah, they only needed a few yards here to keep the drive.
This crowd is stunned here. Again, not able to pick up a 4th and short. Ruben Sears, halfback screen. Peter Gonzalez read it beautifully. Gonzalez making the play of the game here for our defense. Everything on the line, reading it beautifully and forcing them out of bounds right in front of our sideline. What a moment. All 3 timeouts remain for the Cougars. This game is not over. We need first down.
The offense will be looking to do better this time out.
We need at least 1 first down. Preston Schuler in the offense here. Gonna give it to Childress. Power run up the middle. Gets about 3.
A yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
Last throw attempt was an interception, but gonna see how they line up. Really gonna consider a pass here. Can't just play the safe. Gotta play aggressive. Find a way to get a first down. And 7 Schuler. He's gonna throw it away. It will stop the clock. But couldn't have taken a sack there and lost all those yards. Playing aggressively, not working out there. Here comes 3rd and 7 now.
It's 3rd down and
3rd
7
and
yards
7.
to go. Ball on the 38-yard line. The crowd and a fever pitch right now.
Schuler to Sullivan. He's got it.
And down he goes around the 48-yard line.
That'll happen when you play.
On the biggest play of the game here for our offense. 3rd down. A chance to really put ourselves in a good position if we pick it up. Schuler to Sullivan. Getting it. Cougars defense not able to get the stop. First down past midfield.
Blitz the corner and the
Houston
offense
takes their
picks up the
2nd
blitz.
timeout.
One less guy the quarterback has to worry about in coverage.
cannot
Nice
quite
read by
run the
quarterback
clock
to
out.
keep the drive going.
We can certainly put ourselves in a good position, run all the way down. One more first down will definitely do it. Gonna go on the ground here toward the left side, stay in bounds, good blocking. Vickers going in motion. And off to Stevens. Stevens
got the first down. We're going to win it. We're going to win the Conference USA Championship.
Huge first down. The defense desperately needed a stop there.
Houston desperate for a stop. They're not going to get it. Jabril Stevens, the senior halfback, is going to seal the deal here. Houston has no timeouts left. Great block here from Heath. Another great block here. All up to about the 36. What a moment. Just a few kneel downs is all it will take now from us.
From the 36-yard line.
And Houston will fall here at home as soon as we can get these kneel downs.
He takes a knee, looking to take some time off that clock.
Both teams entering the game 12-0. Houston ranked number 2 in the nation. Huge win for the Cougars earlier in the year, taking down Notre Dame on the road. We enter 12-0. Huge wins for us early in the season, taking down Michigan and Tennessee on the road. Entering this game number 2 and 3 in the BCS rankings. Winner knowing a trip to the national championship, almost guaranteed to be waiting the winner.
3rd and 14 coming up.
Absolute barn burner, a rematch of the instant classic 2012 season Conference USA Conference Championship game. Memphis able to win that one, coming back from behind, winning 44-41. Able to win another absolute classic here. Much lower scoring game, but certainly not any less intense. Absolute nail biter as the final seconds take off the clock here. 21-17 the final score. We have done it. 13-0 Conference USA champions. And it appears almost certain. National championship versus Texas awaits us. Unbelievable.
21-17 Tigers. So what are your final thoughts on this one, Kirk?
Well, this one really could have gone either way. Houston played a good game out there, but they needed to make 1 or 2 more big plays, and they couldn't do it. Who knows? Another couple of minutes, and this one may have gone the other way.
Here's a look at today's player of the game. For Memphis, they remain undefeated. And for Houston, a heartbreaking loss ends their quest for a perfect season. So that wraps things up for us. For EA Sports, Aaron Andrews and Kirk Herbstreit. Brad Netzler saying thanks, and we'll see you next time.
Pure jubilation. City of Memphis. Celebrations have begun. Wild parties in Memphis as we have pulled off an unbelievable run this season, winning the Conference USA title. And absolutely unbelievable Memphis football. The Memphis Tigers have gone from one of the worst teams in the country to national championship bound in just a few years under Coach Cat Lennon. Unreal. A lot of seniors on our roster this year. We felt like we could be a really good team. Stunned everyone by winning the Conference USA title in 2012. 1 game short of getting back to the Conference USA championship last season. And taking down Houston, who's been one of the best in the nation in recent years. Houston's 4th straight trip to the Conference USA championship. First team ever from the Conference USA to compete in the BCS Bowl last season where they made it to the Fiesta Bowl. Everything on the line here, and we win it 21-17 in Houston, Texas. Look at the final stats. Could not have been much closer in terms of total offense. Houston a slight edge, 323 to 318, 16 to 15 first down advantage. We were 11 for 15, 73% on third down. They were 6 of 12, 50%. We were 0 for 1 on fourth. They were 0 for 2 on fourth. 2 huge defensive stops for us. They picked up a 2-point conversion. We had 1 turnover, an interception in the fourth quarter. Our defense able to bail us out and finish it. Time of possession advantage for us in this one. Preston Schuler, the senior, 22 of 32, 240 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 INT. Tyson Childress, 14 attempts, 25 yards. Jabril Stevens, 5 attempts, 49 yards, and a touchdown. Ends up being the game winner for us. Throwback, 4 attempts, 10 yards. Cedric Ellis, huge game, 7 catches, 125 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Ellis' touchdown ended up being the game winner, I apologize. McKeon, 4 catches. Bobby Heath, 3. Ray Sullivan, 3. Sampson, 2. Vickers and Bennett. And Childress, 1. Everyone contributing, total team effort, as it has been all season. 11 tackles from Davenport and Hempel. Crawford, 6 tackles. 5 from Scales, Edwards, Gibson. Defense played great. A lot of goal line stands, taking potential points off the board from Houston. Clancy Harper doing his job, hitting the extra points. Spalding doing a couple punts. Big return from Mookie Frazier, taking all the way out to midfield. That was a very big play. Ruben Sears, the legendary quarterback for the Houston Cougars, is going to lose in the Conference USA title game. 28 of 36, 303 yards, 1 touchdown, no INT, sacked 3 times. Heartbreaker for him. Frank Rodriguez ended up getting knocked out of this one. Heartbreaker for him, the redshirt senior halfback. 7 attempts, 37 yards. Alvin Freeman had 11 yards on 1 attempt. Not a lot of success there from Rogers. 6 catches for Rakeem Woods and Caleb Barrow. Barrow had a touchdown reception. 4 catches from Drew and Petty. Drew not able to hang on to an important play there in the fourth quarter. Rodriguez had 3. Freeman and Rogers had 2. Walker had 1. Defensively, 14 tackles for the senior Austin Small. A big game from him. A bunch of guys with 6 tackles, including Tom Yates, who had a big INT in the fourth quarter. Houston defense, they played well for sure. Much lower scoring game than people anticipated. Joshua Brown, 3 of 3, hitting all his field goals, but Houston definitely wanted to turn some of those into touchdowns. That was a big difference in this one. Harper 1 punt. Good job on kickoff team. This game was expected to be a nail-biter, classic, and not as high scoring, not as action-packed as the 2012 Conference USA Championship, but every bit as nail-biting and intense. Back and forth game. Houston up 6-0 after 1. We had a 1-point lead at the end of the first half. Big touchdown late in the first half. Then a couple touchdown drives to start the third quarter. Looked like the offenses are really starting to heat up. Houston had the lead, then we tied it up. Houston regained the lead, had the lead entering the fourth quarter. And in the fourth quarter, this right here, Preston Schuler hitting Cedric Ellis ends up being the game-winning score. Our defense playing very, very clutch down the stretch, holding Houston to 2 turnover on downs. Then our offense able to finish it off with a run from Jabril Stevens. Celebrations have begun in Memphis. It is absolutely unbelievable what we have done. Like I said, going from one of the worst programs in the nation to national championship bound, almost guaranteed. We will be taking on the undefeated Texas Longhorns. We will be the first ever team from a non-power conference to be competing in a BCS national championship. All of the country was tuned in for this one, and they were treated to a show. We are the Cinderella team. Got national attention with our incredible ending. First game of the season against Ole Miss, somehow surviving that one, coming out with a win. And a couple huge upsets out of conference, taking down Michigan and Tennessee on the road. So we've certainly been getting some big-time attention this year as we slowly but surely climbed the rankings all the way up to 3 here, and we take down number 2. What a win. A day we will never forget, a year will never be forgotten in Memphis and around the country. Absolutely storybook season, and we appear to be guaranteed to be heading to the national title game. So what a run it has been, and we will get ready for that one and see if we have any more magic left in the tank. Let's go, Memphis.